wanted to really share with you what we have prepared for area directors and their businesses and what the purpose of this review is. Eric, tell me a little bit about what your purpose and background is.
Technicare, a company that I started a little over 25 years ago, has been a partner with N2 for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Area directors might be familiar with an ad that we ran a long time ago that was then used in the national training of some sort for area directors.
Presentation.
So we've been doing N2 ads for a long time. We really struggled with getting a good ROI on our ads because we were really doing the wrong thing. And we were blaming our ads for our problems when in all reality, it wasn't the ad's fault. And over the past 10 years, we've figured out how to quadruple our ROI on N2 ads. So we wanted to share that with N2 area directors.
And you ended up just advertising with N2 neighborhoods.
Correct. Yes.
Because of the system that you built.
Absolutely. We had jumped around between all kinds of different advertising platforms and types of advertising. And at some point, we discovered a way to really track where our new business was coming from. We knew that N2 ads were the most effective. So we got rid of everything else, and when the kind of the digital revolution came around, we were just doing N2 ads and digital marketing. We went into a phase where we really discovered how to multiply our return on N2 ads.
So that really leads us to why are we doing this webinar? It's a review webinar for the area directors to review what we will cover with businesses. Coming out of this webinar, what will an AD be able to take away from this?
You know, I hope that ADs will come away from this webinar understanding the process that happens after people see ads and how to convert the traffic. I call it traffic, but it's people seeing the ads, how to convert them into leads that are trackable and leads that you can nurture over time. Because for the most part, the types of companies that advertise with N2 are not small ticket item companies. They're not things that people see an ad for and buy it right away.
Right.
There's a buying cycle. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be multiple months. But if you're able to take those people that see the ads, convert them into leads, meaning you get their name, phone number, email address, then you can number one, you can track that. Number two, you can nurture those leads so that by the time that lead gets to the end of the buying cycle, you're their option when it comes to purchasing.
Now you're on this mission to help other companies to know what you learned throughout all these years, right?
Yeah, really. There's a fairly simple 5-step process for creating a system that will help convert the people that are seeing the ads into leads and nurturing those leads until they become customers.
And that's an automated process.
It is. It's got to be automated because, as you know, small business owners, we just don't have the time to follow up on all of our leads. We want to. We know it's the right thing to do, but we have fires to put out. We have all kinds of other things to be doing, and we would have to hire an army of people to do this stuff for us, to nurture these leads, to convert the leads. We figured out at a certain point, hey, we need to automate this process and we need to figure out how to convert this traffic into actual leads so we can nurture them. And it just blew up. Our ROI literally quadrupled with N2 ads.
I remember watching you struggle with a lot of things, and then I watched the successful part of it as well. I liked the successful part.
Yeah.
You know?
It was way more fun.
Yes, exactly. But it was neat to watch that journey because it's the same journey as other businesses. Everyone goes through these struggles like this, and our goal is for businesses not to have to repeat the same mistakes, right?
Absolutely. And we made a ton of mistakes. And I know that one of the biggest mistakes I made was blaming my ad for not performing when it really wasn't the ad.
We've never heard that before, have we?
It was the system for converting the people that saw those ads into actual leads that could be nurtured. I know I've been watching your journey too, and I know that renewals are a struggle. Mm-hmm. And I would imagine if N2 advertisers were multiplying their return on their ads, renewals would probably be a lot better, a lot easier.
They would see the success and know where the success is coming from.
Yes, exactly.
Because area directors, we know how much time and effort we put into the content within our publications and our programs. And it's exciting to see businesses like yourself have this huge success because you figured some things out. But we don't have control over the client acquisition side of things, do we? You know, from an area director standpoint.
Right.
But the business is responsible for it. But frankly, it's hard for me to tell the business it's their fault.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I'm glad you realized that.
we realized it on our own. And I think that's one of the things that resonated with you when I started talking to you about this stuff. I was like, Trent, all along it wasn't the ads. You know, you can beat yourself up about, okay, I'm going to try these ads, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to try these other ads. If that doesn't work, I'm going to try these other ads, or I'm going to change my ads. But then once you take a step back and realize it's not the actual ads, yeah, there are some things you can do to tweak the ads to improve how that ad connects with converting that ad traffic into leads.
Right.
And we're going to go through the step-by-step process to help companies do that.
You know, you mentioned just now about tracking. I remember when you showed me, actually you came to a regional conference for N2, a Central Region Conference, to share with us some of these ideas and how your business was able to track and prove where your clients were coming from. And I know we've all heard quite often businesses say that they don't get any leads or anything like that from their ads, when in fact they probably are. They just don't know it. Exactly. And then you proved to me how that can be done.
Yeah.
I didn't think really there was a trackability, but there is, isn't there?
There is. There are multiple ways to track not only where your new business is coming from, but also you can track the improvement in your overall marketing and attribute that to actual neighborhoods. So we did a study where we figured out that our Google rankings were higher in the N2 neighborhoods that we were advertising in because of those advertisements. So the ads not only brought us direct business, but also improved our search rankings as well. Once they understand the step-by-step process, they can apply it to their ads in neighborhoods, other programs, the realtor program. I don't know all the programs that N2 does, but it's really a shift in how they think about what happens after people see their ads. Because if all of your marketing is just an ad, you're very rarely gonna get enough ROI to want to number one, understand what you're getting for it, and number two, to want to renew.
And Eric, what will an area director come away with through attending this first webinar?
Would hope that every area director can come away with is understanding what we can show their advertisers and how we can show them a step-by-step process that will help them multiply their ROI on N2 ads. We're going to show them the tools and resources we're going to give those advertisers to help them build their own process. Step-by-step process for any advertiser that wants to increase their return on their ads.
If I'm sitting with someone one-on-one and I'm trying to assess their business or what their goals are for the next couple of years, if they're wanting to grow a certain way, then I've got to really know those questions. So
there are a couple of very simple questions that any area director can ask their clients to see if that client has the ability to increase their ROI on their ads.
Mm.
Very couple simple things. It's not difficult, but we'll go over that in the webinar.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate
my pleasure.
your time, your friendship. It's just been delightful to see a business succeed in the way you've succeeded, because you really don't have to work your company anymore, which was the goal for any business owner, is to not have to work their company anymore like they did in all these years. And we joke around a little bit, or you joke around a little bit, that it took you 25 years to get there.
Right.
And I think your biggest passion is to make sure other companies don't take that long, right?
You know what? It's when anyone goes into business, they're not thinking to themselves, it's going to take 25 years for me to step away from this business. It took me about 20 years to figure it out.
Technology wasn't there yet.
That's true. That's true. The technology wasn't there. It definitely helps. But even back then, I could have figured, if I would have figured some of this stuff out, I would have been able to step back a lot earlier. And now I spend about 2 hours a month on Technicare, looking over reports, making sure everything is headed in the right direction. But I was able to really step back, and we have a predictable and consistent flow of new customers on autopilot. And again, the only advertising we do is N2, other than digital marketing.
We look forward to seeing you there, and bring your questions with you.